describes them. Starting verse 28, he says, "They are a nation void of sense. There is no understanding in them. If they were wise, they would understand this. They would discern what their end would be." Recall, I pointed out a few minutes ago, the foolish nation knew about Yahweh. They had information about the God of the Israelites. They knew about Yahweh. They weren't ignorant, right? So this is a theme that we see underlying both the Old Testament and the New Testament. God makes himself known to everyone. Everybody gets an opportunity to follow him or not. Okay, now, Paul gets into this concept as well. Let's turn to the first chapter of Romans, Romans chapter 1. And in Sunday school, we are currently going through the whole book of Romans, and it is a very fun class. And I would recommend, if you don't attend Sunday school, if you can, join us. We just began Romans. We're only a few chapters in, and we have a lot of fun in there. Okay, but for tonight, we're going to look at Romans chapter 1, verses 20 through 22. Okay, and that says, "Ever since the creation of the world, God's eternal power and divine nature, invisible though they are, have been seen and understood through the things God has made. So they are without excuse." Who's the they? In this case, it's verse 18, "Those who by their injustice suppress the truth." The they is the foolish nation or the foolish person. And then verse 21, "For though they knew God," right? Just like the foolish nation, they knew about Yahweh. "Though they knew God, they did not honor him as God," right? "And they did not give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking, and their senseless hearts were darkened." What led their senseless hearts to become darkened? They became futile in their thinking. Why did they become futile in their thinking? They knew about Yahweh God, but they didn't honor him as God. They didn't give God thanks. They became futile in their thinking. They entered the darkness. And then verse 22, "Claiming to be wise, they became fools." This is the same with the foolish nation in the Song of Moses. They entered the darkness because they willingly became futile